Hi guys, I hope you are all doing well. Let's see today's question. So today's question we are taking this up from the topic of applications of integrals. That is the question that we are taking up is from the concept of finding the area under the curves. And if I talk about the question that is given to us here, it says that the area enclosed by the parabola P1, which is 2y equals 5x square, and P2, which is x square minus y plus 6 is equal to 0. So these are the two parabolas given to us. So they tell us that the area enclosed by the parabolas P1 and P2, it is also equal to area enclosed by P1 and a line which is y equals to alpha x. And they have also told us where alpha which is present is greater than 0, means it is positive. Then they have asked us to find the value of alpha cube. So that is the question which is asked to us here. That is, find the value of alpha cube. And if I talk about the answer choices that are given to us here, the options are 500, second 600, third option it tells us 673, and the fourth option it tells us 800. So we need to figure out which one of the answer choices is the correct answer for the value of alpha cube here. So let's figure out. Let's first find the areas which is enclosed between the two parabolas P1 and P2. So once I have the two parabolas, one is P1 which is 2y is equal to 5x square, and the other parabola P2 which is x square minus y plus 6 equals to 0. So if I write that x square plus 6 is equal to y. So to find the limits, if I use the two equations of the parabola to convert it into one variable form, I can write that as, if I convert this by merging the two parabolas to find my limits here becomes, instead of y, I can write that as x square plus 6. So 2 times x square plus 6 is equal to 5x square. So that if I solve it, I get 2x square plus 12 is equal to 5x square, and that gives you 3x square is equal to 12. That leaves you with x square equals 4. Now once you get x square equals 4, I get the values of x as plus 2 or minus 2. So I get the value of x as plus 2 or minus 2 here, and those becomes my limits. So if I try to find the area between the regions P1 and P2, that are my two parabolas, the limits go from minus 2 to plus 2. So I have the limits from minus 2 to plus 2. And when I'm finding the area of the region between the two parabolas, one is this and one is this, and I'm using the limits for x here, I know that area between the parabolas, if the limits are from x here, you write your function y as f of x and integrate it with respect to dx. So if I write my function of areas between the two parabolas in terms of y, I can write that as y here is x square plus 6, y here is 5 by 2 x square. So I have the two regions. Now, if I see which of them would be greater, I can just put any limit here. So from minus 2 to plus 2, when I'm going, if I put 0 here, 0 plus 6 is 6. And here 5 by 2 multiplied with 0 is 0. So you get this is a bigger area and this is a smaller region. So if I go for that, we know that whenever you have to find the area between the two regions, you do it as y1 minus y2 and dx. So you get that as minus 2 to 2. Y1 is the bigger region. So that is this, the upper one, x square plus 6, minus you take the other one, that is 5 by 2 x square. And you have already the limits from minus 2 to plus 2. So if you solve for that, let's see what you get. So when it is minus a to a f of x dx, we already know I can write that as 2 times 0 to a f of x dx. So when I write that as double, I get this as 0 to 2 and my functions here are x square plus 6 minus 5 by 2 x square dx. So you get this. Now once I try to solve this, I get this as 0, 2 times 0 to 2 x square minus 5 by 2 x square, that is 6 minus, so this becomes 1 minus 5 by 2, so 2 minus 5 minus 3 by 2 x square dx. So it is 2 times 6x minus 3 by 2 x cubed by 3, and the limits are from 0 to 2. So you get that as 2 times 6x minus x cubed by 2. The limits are from 0 to 2. So now you get that as 2 times 6x. So 6 into 2 minus 0 minus 2. Oh, not 2, it is half. So let's put that as half. And x cube. So 2 cube minus 0 cube. So you get that as 2, 12 minus half into 8. So 2 times 12 minus 4, that is 2. 12 minus 4 is 8. 8 into 2 is 16. So you get the region. That area between the two parabolas is nothing but equals to 16 square units. Now once you have that, let's find the area of the region between the first parabola and the given line y equals to alpha x. Let's see that. So area of the region between the parabola P1, which is given to us as 2y is equal to 5x square. So you get y as 5 by 2x square. And the other one is a line which is having the equation y as alpha x. Now once I again want to find the limits of this values of x, what I will do is I'll equate the variables y. So I get that as 5 by 2 x square is equal to alpha x. Now once I equate that and solve for this, I get 5 by 2 x square minus alpha x is equal to 0. If I take x common, I get 5 by 2 x minus alpha is equal to 0. So you get two values of x, one is 0 and the other is 5 by 2x equals alpha, so x becomes 2 alpha by 5. So I get the limits of x to solve my integral to find the area between the parabola P1 and the line y equals to alpha x. The limits are 0 to 2a by 5, and the upper region or the bigger region in this case would be also the region of line, that is alpha x, minus the lower region which is 5 by 2 x square, that is with dx. Now if I solve for this again, I get this as limits from 0 to 2a by 5 alpha x minus 5 by 2 x square. So if I apply the limits, first of all, if I apply the integral and then the limits, I get that as alpha x square by 2 minus 5 by 2 x cubed by 3. So your limits become from 0 to 2a by 5. So you get the area between the parabolas and the line, that is, let's say A2, as equal to, let's take that. So first you have alpha by 2 and x square. X square in this case, we know it is always 2a by 5. So you get that as 2a by 5. And since if you see here the entire question, you have y is equal to alpha x and you have been asked to find the value of alpha cube, right? So here the limits also which you have are 0 and 2 alpha by 5, not a by 5. So if you have that 2 alpha by 5, you put alpha everywhere. You get the application of limits as alpha by 2 and x square. So x square is nothing but 4 by 25 alpha square. Minus you put 0, you get 0. So 5 by 6 and x cube. So x cube, if you do 2 alpha by 5 the whole cube, so it is 8 by 125 alpha. So you get this entire thing 4 by 50 alpha cube minus this becomes 40 by 125 into 2 is 250 into 3, which is 750 alpha cube. So you get this entire thing, and if I cancel this, to get this also, if I cancel two twos, 225, to make this a 75, I'll multiply this with it. So you get this as 6 by 75 minus 4 by 75, which is 2 by 75 alpha cube. So you get this second region in terms of alpha, you get the first region also in terms of alpha, A1. So A1 is 16 and A2 we have already received that. That is basically 2 by 75 alpha cube. So I have already been told that the two areas are equal to each other. So 16 is equal to 2 by 75 alpha cube. So alpha cube basically becomes 75 into 16 over 2. So 2 ones, 2 eights. 75 into 2, 150. 150 into 4, 600. So you get the answer for the value of alpha cube as 600. And if you see that option matches with option B. So B becomes the correct answer for the question given to us. I hope you have understood how to solve this type of questions. So first we figured out the area between the two parabolas P1 and P2. Once we got that, we found the area between the region parabola and the line. So I got the two regions. A1 was 16 and A2 turned out to become 2 by 75 alpha cube. Then I just equated both of them and that gave me the value of alpha cube as 600, which matches with option B. So B becomes the correct answer for the question given to us. I'll see you again tomorrow with some other question from some other topic, and we are going to continue our questions on JEE as well as 11th and 12th. So if you are liking these videos that we are doing every day, please do like the videos. Also, do subscribe to my channel and do share these videos with your friends who are also involved in the preparation of questions on JEE. So they can also take the benefit from these questions which we are solving on everyday basis. Thank you.